morning, everybody. Good morning, wherever you're watching from. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, world. Thank you all for joining our live stream yesterday, our live program yesterday. And we talked about a lot of things, and I will say yesterday that we'll be talking about a lot of things today again. So it's always every day when you're seeking when you're seeking solution, sorry, when you're seeking solution, you talk a lot, and we will never stop talking until we find something reasonable. Yeah, our program today is still gonna be about Nigeria and the federal government. We spoke a lot yesterday about the children, the schools, the culture, the respect, the people yesterday. So today we will be talking about the solution. Um, like I said yesterday, I wouldn't want to believe that if government do the right thing, there will be a consequence. There will never be a consequence. If they do the wrong thing, there is no one to hold them responsible. Until we start claiming, or until we start accepting the responsibility of the offices we are choosing to hold or to work on, until then, everything will be better. Um, there is something that came to my mind that we're going to talk about today, and it's about if government today decide to put fuel prices in the country on 300 naira per liter. Who said it's going to affect the government? If the government decrease the importation prices, lower the importation prices of goods, who said the government will remain poor? If the government give 24 hours electricity, who say the government will remain poor or they will go broke? If the government fix the road that links to every places in the country, who say the government will go broke? If the government do the right thing, they will never, they will never, they will never go broke. They purposely did not want to do the right thing because they know the right thing to do. And if it's not because if they do the right thing, they will be affected in any way or the other. They will never be affected in any way or the other. So let's accept the fact that the government know the right thing, but they do not want to do it. Let's accept the government know the right thing, but they do not want to do it. We cannot keep living in a try and error at this stage of life in 2025, in 21st century. We can keep on try and error. I said it sometimes ago, like if the government feels they don't know what to do, they can make a consultation to the people, the ordinary people. Listen, the ordinary people are ordinary. They are not holding any position. Doesn't mean they don't have anything upstairs. The ordinary people are ordinary. They are poor. They cannot feed. Doesn't mean they don't have something upstairs. If you consult people who are hungry on the road, who are homeless, who doesn't have place to stay, who doesn't have home to live, they have more experiences. They know how to manage money and they know how to spend more than those people who has never in their whole lifestyle done nothing but to sit in the office, to write, to steal. You see, these poor people have a lot of knowledge, but you don't want to listen to them because you think they have nothing to offer, because they're not in the office, they're not under the air conditioner, because you think they're nobody. If you feel there's something you don't know as a government official, reach out to people. The people are not dumb, they're just poor. The people are not senseless, they are just poor. The people are not useless, they're just homeless. We can meet with people. You can open up a platform. You can give the chances to the reporters. Listen to the cries of the street and listen to what people are saying outside. If you decrease the prices of everything, you guys are not going to be poor. And in a country that is working, if you feel you're working in a country, and that is the reason why you're increasing tariff, that is the reason why you're increasing taxes, the citizens are men, they are supposed to be seeing what the government is doing. They are supposed to see what the government is doing. If you feel you're doing something to relieve the stress of the people, it should be visible. The government, the people should be saying what the reason why the tariff is moving high. The people should be saying why they're paying high taxes. But in the country we live today, you can't even ask questions. And when you try to protest, there's a law that says you cannot protest in a democratic country, in a democratic ruling constitution. So I wouldn't understand the reason why we have a government if we can't talk to them or they can't speak to us. What is a government? Why can we not speak to you, and why can you not talk to us? Why are we suffering? Forget about everything we have as a country. Forget the mineral resources, the natural resources. Talk about you. Talk about humanity. Talk about who you are. Talk about how you're supposed to help those people who are in need. Talk about you not being in a position, but you have the money. I said it several times. I used to say this. Nigerians are rich in physical, but are mentally poor. You're going to ask me why. How does someone want to buy a car worth of what hundred millions of dollars and put it on the same road that has a yellow buses of 250,000? Then you start shouting on the road when you're driving, "Don't you scratch my car, don't you dent my car. If you dent my car, I will show you who I am." Who the fuck are you? You're nothing but a piece of shit. Because if you're rich, you should enrich people mentally. You should enrich people physically, that they don't have to inflate pains into you when you're walking on the street, that they don't have to disturb or distract you driving on the street. A lot of billionaires in the country today, they travel abroad. Nobody knows them. Nobody recognizes them because everybody lives their life in a normal way, Everybody walk the way they're supposed to work, Everybody do their thing the way they're supposed to do it, Nobody even know if you're billionaires or something. Okay, back to the government. So, the government, if they do the right thing, none of them is going to die. So why are they not doing the right thing? Like I said yesterday, they inflict pains into people. They create chaos. They make crimes. Then they send out troops, police, the soldiers, the navy, to make it look like they're working, just because they want to show us that they are the government. If there were never crimes that you created, there would be no police on the street with AK-47. If there's never been a crime that you created, there would be never. Police are not meant to save people. Police are meant to create crimes. Police are meant to create an avenue for criminals, and then they come out later to make it look like they're working. Meanwhile, they are the one who created the avenue for the criminals. They are the one who inflict the pains to the people. Okay, now the government. I have this solution. There's a lot of killings, and there's a lot of problem about our service corps. Each time we have this service corps, there is always this problem of people serving in different countries and they are dying. And I have this solution, and as a suggestion, I'm suggesting it, but it's a solution. If you said it's compulsory for our students, or our children, our brothers and sisters to serve in NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, if you said it's mandatory for them to serve after the university, then can you find a solution? Can you resolve something to these people so they don't have to die every time they go for service? There will be no accident every time they go in for service. This is my suggestion. The servicing is not even the problem. After the service, they always go without job. After the service, there is no work. 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years after the service, after the university, there's no job. Why is it like that? Why? This is a part of the crime I'm saying the government are creating. This is a part of the problem they created. Because they know the better way to solve those people, to make sure after you're done serving, you have something. After you're done serving, you have something doing. They should have regulate those things before those people even go for service. And after service, when you're done serving, there's something you have to do. There's something here already waiting for you. That is how it's supposed to be. Only Nigerians practice this art of NYSC, and it's been like that for several years, and nothing has ever come out of it. Nothing good has ever come out of it. The only better thing that's come out of that thing is the people looting the money that is meant for those people who go to serve. It's the people who are looting the money meant for these service corps whenever they're supposed to go serve. That is the only good thing that has come out from this NYSC, and the only good thing goes only to the government or to the, we know those people. We ain't gonna talk about. So you listen to me. When someone finishes their university and you want them to go serve, you create this avenue of job. Listen to me, how to create this avenue of job. You put these kids from the south, you know how many you contact this the regulator. When I say the regulator, the NYSC officials, how many children is coming from the south, how many children is coming from the east, how many children are coming from the west, how many is coming from the north. Then you consult the Army Chief of Staff, you consult the IGP, Inspector General of Police, you consult the Admiral of a Navy, okay? Then you consult these people, and you make the children go into those services. Make them go into policing, Army, Navy, any forces, whatever forces. Put those children in there. When you put those children in there, they're going to serve for good 1 year, right? Correct. Now, after serving for 1 year in Navy, you already have ideas and you have experience of how Navy works. If you want to be a Navy, you automatically have the form to join those people because you already served with them for 1 year. If you were posted to the Army, after 1 year, you already have experience and you have the knowledge of how the armies operate. You already have the experience. You already live with them. You have the knowledge and the experience of how they do their thing. You automatically gain admission into the Army. If you want to be a police, if you were sent to the police, if you serve with them for 1 year, automatically you already have the idea of how to be a police, how to be policing. You already have the knowledge of how police work because you've served with them for 1 year. Are we getting what I'm saying right here? Because after serving with these people for 1 year, you already have the knowledge of how they do their thing. So if you really wish to join them, or you want to be an army, or you want to be in Navy, or you want to serve in police, you automatically have the admission to those institutions because you've been with them for 1 year. So why do we have to send the children to go be a teacher in a bush, to go be a teacher in a forest, to go wear a white and brown trousers for 1 year, and after the 1 year they have nothing to do with it? They will have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it. Why not send them to those institutions, to those forces institutions? Now, it will help the government from pulling out a budget for recruiting. It will help the government already not to be spending money on a budget for recruiting people when it's time for recruiting the army, the navy, the police. Automatically we have already the bright youth, the bright future, the bright brain who are already in the future, who are already in the police, in the army, in the navy. If you send them from university to those avenues to go do the servicing, Send them from the end, from their university when they're done. Instead of you sending them to the bush, send them to the soldiers, send them to the navy, send them to the police barracks. Let them work in those avenues. Let them do their IT in those avenues. If the IT is being done in those avenues, I promise you, after 1 year, we will have a lot of people in the Navy. We will have a lot of people in the Army. We will have a lot of people in the police. We will have a lot of people in the paramilitary, in any which of force whatsoever. Because we already cut it short from the university. So they don't have to waste their 1 year roaming about the bush, whereby they will be kidnapped, whereby they will be molested, whereby they will be killed. In those avenues, you already saved them. Why are you guys not thinking in this manner? Why are you guys not thinking in this direction? Why are you guys not thinking in this direction? It's very, very simple. Only the problem we have in here now, the only problem now that are not making you guys doing this thing, I don't know if you think like this or you don't, but the only problem why I think you don't make you guys think like this is because someone somewhere wants to loot that money, the budget for the service. If you train the people in the right way, they will behave in the right manners. We're talking about having a rogue police officer, the rogue police officers. We're talking about having the rogue soldiers. We're talking about criminals and all of that. It is because most of them are not educated. It is because most of these people are not educated. They were recruited by connections. They have no idea what an institution looks like. They were only there because somebody posted somebody gave somebody a slot to go be a soldier. Somebody gave a slot to somebody to go be a police. Somebody sent a slot to somebody to go be a paramilitary. Somebody sent a slot for someone to go be a navy. It's body connection. People are getting those jobs. If you had used people who went to school, who spent their 4 years, 5 years, all 5 years in school, there will be some senses in their action. There will be things they do and things they do not want to do. They will have to think twice or thrice before they react. If you use the right people, use the student from the university, immediately they're finishing their work, send them to this the forces institution, their barracks. Let them go serve in those areas, in those arenas. Automatically, they want a ticket. They want admission to be a police. They want admission to be a navy. They want admission to be an army. They want admission to be a soldier. It is very, very simple to make a country a better place. Only when we don't want to make the country a better place. You and I know what to do to make this country a better place. You just don't want to do it. It's never hard to make a country a better place. It's as simple as ABC. The citizens are not even asking the government to pay them for the oil, for the natural resources we have. For the mine and the unmined the mine and the unmined natural resources we have. The people are not even asking the government to pay them for it. The people are only asking, create a soft life for us, create an avenue for us that generates easy money for us, that generates easy work for us. The parents are suffering to send their children to school, hoping when the children are done with the school, they will be able to, they will get a job. And they will start feeding them for old age. They will start taking care of them for old age. And look at her here now. After the children finish the school, he or she will go back to the father's house. After 4 years in university, and after 16 years of school, from primary to secondary to university, and 1 year to go serve, 16 years of school, or 20 years of 16 years of school, or 17 years of school, they will go back to their parent house with nothing to show for it. And you guys say you're working as a government? What are you doing? What is the work you're doing? What exactly are you doing as a government? What are we doing? The nation is not moving. The country is not working. Look at it. There is a problem of power supply everywhere around the country. We've never had a state for 60 years, for almost more than 60 years. We've never had a state who benefited 24 hours electricity. And Nigeria was among the first country in the whole world that first saw a power supply electricity. You can Google it anywhere. We are the number one country among the whole world who first saw electricity because we have everything to generate the electricity. We have every coal, we have every mine, we have every water, we have every land, we have everything to generate electricity. Why is it difficult to generate that thing? What is the problem? Every country doesn't have this country, the whole country, every state cannot proud of 10 hours electricity. Sometimes in a week they don't have power for 10 hours. In a week, I'm not saying in a day, I'm not saying one day, I'm saying in a week. What are you doing? What are you governing? What are you guys governing? What is the work you guys are doing? You see, um, you made us look like we're lazy. We are not lazy. I said it sometimes ago. I said when a police officer a police officer accustom a young man on the road, or a police officer is arrest somebody on the road, or they're carrying out their normal duties, or park and search, or what do they call it? Stop and search. Ask that person you stop. Ask him one question. Ask him, what have you done before? Every Nigerians have done something in their life to become something. You will find some of them being a bricklayers, some of them must be a painters, some of them should be maybe an artist, some of them will be, they must have something, they must have done something. They must have done a lot of things. It is when that thing fails to work, when everything fails them, then you see them committing their crimes. No Nigerians I've met all my life that have said I was born like this, I've never tried anything. No way. They must have tried a lot of things, a whole lot of things. It is when that thing did not work, those things did not work, they go into criminality. And the police want to harass them, want to arrest them, want to cop them, and want to send them to prison. Ask those people if they've never done something in their life. They've done a lot, but it did not work because of the country they found themselves, because of the kind of government that is directing them, because of the kind of government that is. Every Nigeria have done something. It is the government that have failed to do nothing, absolutely nothing. And you guys, I want to believe you guys know what to do. You're not doing it because you want these people to keep suffering. You tell me, what does Nigeria need to be better that we do not have? What do we need to be better that we do not have? Why are we taking money? Why are we taking loan? What do we need a loan for? Why you guys still talking about campaigning about road after 60 years? How many years does it take to fix some road in some country? The whole country. Maybe 3 years, 4 years, the whole country is done. You guys as a politician still campaigning for road. You still be telling people, I'll fix your road. If you elect me, I'll fix your road in 2025. If you elect me, I'll give you water in 2025. If you elect me, I'll give you electricity in 2025. Basic amenity that people are supposed to have. Social amenity that is very, very common. That is supposed to be the number one priority in every country. Looks like a very big deal to Nigerian politicians. I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't want to believe. Some people are living without brain. I believe everybody is created with brain, no matter how little it is. Then Why are you doing that thing you're doing as a politician? Why do people have to cry and be on your knee, on your toes before you do what you're supposed to do? This is what they voted you to go do. You're not their bosses. You're a public servant, a public office holder. You were voted to go serve people. You were not voted to go lead people or rule people. People put you in power to serve others. Serve me. You're a public servant. But you act like you're the biggest bear in the forest the moment you got into the power. I believe y'all know what to do. The most important thing, the most important lecture of today, it is the service corps and the how we're going to save our brothers and sisters away from their untimely death, kidnapping, rape, and torture. That is the thing that I came up with today. And I know with time, the right person will come to this to the right position, and everything will be fixed. There's a lot of killing in Plateau State right now, and our president is not even aware of the phone. And someone went there yesterday, maybe the governor, and said they're sorry, they failed us. You failed us. How much does it take a country to buy helicopters? Like each state have one helicopter that parade every day in those forests. 36 helicopter. If every governor, if every president has been buying, if every president has mandated of buying 4, 5 helicopter since, let's say, in the past 20 years, Nigeria will have nothing less than 50 to 100 helicopters already that parade everywhere for the safety of the people. Let's assume we've mandated to be buying, we've mandated to buy 4, 5, or let's just say 2 by one president. In the past 20 years, by now we should be having more than 50 helicopters in Nigeria, parading everywhere, washing every desert and every bush, every forest, just to save people. How much does those things cost? They don't even cost much, but you don't do it. And you're going now to say you failed us, like you don't know what to do. How much does it take to buy, to station a police cabin or an army cabin in those states? Put 10 different cabins in different places in those states, and let there be 5 to 6 armies or soldiers in one of those cabins in those states. What will it cost you guys? How much is the cabin? The soldiers are there. Why are the police roaming about the street? Why are the FCC roaming about the street? Why are the soldiers roaming about the street? Why are everybody roaming about the street with AK-47, whereby in the forest there's a lot of killings? Why not send those people who feel in the street they can showcase their power with AK-47? Why not send them to those forests? And you say you failed us. No, you didn't fail us. You failed yourself. That governor who said that thing yesterday, you failed yourself. You failed your generation to come. There is a solution. Everybody knows it, but no one wants to do it. How much is soldier? How much is cabin? Regulate a police post. Put them in different places. Mount them 10 places in that state, or 20 places if possible, because that is food basket of the nation, where every food is coming out. And you acting like you don't know the plan or the reason why there's a killing. Y'all know the reason. You better do the right thing. An hungry man is an angry man. And when an hungry man doesn't find anything to eat no more, it's only meals, it's only food become the richest and the wealthy people. Y'all better do the right thing before you get out of hand. You better do the right thing before you get out of hand. Thank you for the program today. Tomorrow we'll pick another program, and I really appreciate you guys for coming. Every time you join this program, you guys make it more You encourage me to do more, to speak more, and to talk more about the country. We're going to talk about the country until somebody somewhere hears the message and pass it to the person who can make use of it, and who's going to make use of it, and who will make us a better place, and who will give us a better country. We're not asking for nothing. Better country. It's not too much to ourselves. Better country. That is it. Thank you so much, everybody. I remain your boy, Nephilim, the music artist, a messenger, the teacher, the professor, who would like to say everything as it is, and who would like to get a better result for the people. If we live, we must live right. Because when we die, we don't know if we're going to die right or wrong. Or no, sorry. So when we live, let's live right. Thank you, and thank you all for joining. Good morning. Bonjour à vous tous. Danke. Au revoir.